We know that weight changes in the early weeks of life are important indicators of wellness. But what we also know is that concern about newborn weight is inexplicitly linked to concern about inadequate milk supply. And inadequate milk supply is one of the number one reasons why women stop breastfeeding or start supplementing their breastfeeding with formula. In the last few years of my practice as a nurse and lactation consultant, before I moved into academia full time, I was getting lots and lots of requests for lactation consults for babies that were losing 8, 9, 10% weight. And sometimes when I went in and looked at those babies, they were in fact having feeding problems and they needed some help. But many times, and I know this is going to ring true for many of you, many times I'd go in and look at those kids and they were doing fine. They were eating well, they weren't dry, the voids were good, the stools were good. And so this got me to wondering, where did that 7% number come from? How did we draw that line in the sand that said, oh, babies can't lose more than 7%? We all know that the patterns of weight loss between breast and formula fed kids are very different in the early weeks of life. And so when you take a bunch of formula fed babies and you dump them into your sample with the breastfed babies, it's gonna skew the results. And then when you do that and you say this is the normal for breastfed, but you have formula fed kids in there, that's problematic.